Peace, peace, peace. This is your international sales and marketing hitman, your humble hip hop sales coach, Tiger Toledo. And you already know what it is, man. You're rocking with the best. Let me try to clean my lens a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right, we clean now. We clean. We so fresh and so clean. What up? What's up, y'all, man? So, the Most High been talking to me, man. Most High has been talking to me, and he told me to talk to you guys. You know what I mean? He told me to talk to you guys, and here's the deal. At times, it can look very grim out there. Before I was a 3-time bestseller, right? Listen, you guys. I got 31 books out right now. Only 3 of them hit, though. Only 3 of them hit. I only needed 1 to hit, to be honest with you. It could have been 40 books. It could have been 50 books. It could have been 100 books. All you need is 1. All you need is 1, y'all. You have to, even though things like, I'm gonna tell you some of the muscles that you have to develop in order to really hone in on your strength, like just be this high-powered entrepreneur on any level. The first muscle that you're gonna have to develop is developing tough skin, because you will receive rejection in this world. I'm talking about rejection from your girlfriend, your spouse, people outside of your business. Sometimes people are just too busy to even pay attention to what you're doing. And I made the mistake a long time ago when I was, I always had this entrepreneur bug, but when I got married, I was trying to pull my wife in, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really trying to pull her in, and she wasn't bit by the entrepreneur bug. She didn't have that desire that I had to want to become an entrepreneur. So for me to try to force her into that lifestyle, that wasn't her. So there became a lot of conflict. You know what I mean? We started bumping heads a lot because I'm thinking to myself, yo, you supposed to be giving me 100% support, blah, blah, blah. Nah, don't force nobody into that situation. It's true. If you have a vision and God gave you an anointing to carry out a task, that's for you. That's not for anybody else. Don't force nobody into that situation. I'm gonna save you years and years of aggravation. I may even be saving you from divorce. Real talk. I may be saving you from a relationship going sour because you decided to force your partner and your spouse to support you in your entrepreneurial endeavors. So you're welcome. Trust me, because we had separated for a while. Me and the wife separated because I was like, yo, she ain't supporting me in my business. What's the deal? Like, I'm hitting these streets, and then, yeah, your intentions are correct. Yeah, you're doing it to better your family. You're doing all of this, right? But at the end of the day, that's not their vision. That's not their dream. Don't force somebody into seeing your dream. Like, I'm expecting you to do this. That's like the CEO of Walmart and Target expecting their employees to operate at that same level, that same capacity, that same tenacity to want to see the company succeed. The cashier don't give a shit if they like getting that check, but if Walmart went under or Target went under, that employee will just go and get another job. So the CEO that's running the company is always going to be more passionate and more um, aggressive towards their goal. So you have to develop tough skin. You're gonna run into some roadblocks. Um, another crucial skill. I won't even say skill. Like it could be a skill, it could be a principle, however you want to phrase it. But you have to be resilient. You have to have that, as Les Brown would call it, comeback power. Resiliency is very important in this business, in any type of business. As far as, like, if you're running your own business, you have to be resilient. Holy shit, let me tell you something. For 4.5 years, right, I'm eating. I'm in the notary space. I'm I you know what I mean. I'm moving different. I'm moving like one of these street cats, and I'm putting cats on the block. If y'all know what I'm talking about, man. For my street cats, you know what I'm talking about. I got cats on the block selling that work. You know what I mean? In the notary business, though. So earlier this year, and this is recent, earlier this year, I got blackballed by by Google. Google blackballed me because I infringed on, like, I was running it. You know what I mean? Like, the way I was running Google didn't expect a dude like me. Like, new rules that are out here in Google right now is because of people like myself. I ran numbers. Let me tell you something. When something works, you run that shit until the wheel fall off. Real talk. If something is working, don't you take that baby or that plant and you put it to the side and then you start a new project on something that doesn't even have no metrics, is not showing you no success or anything like that. So earlier this year, Google decided to blackball me, right? I'm getting a large amount of my business from Google. Now, I can't complain because that's not my platform. I'm playing in somebody else's playground, right? I'm in somebody else's sandbox, so I ain't even gonna complain too much on that. And also, I had a 4.5 year run, so I made some stride. But when I got blackballed, I did not realize how much of my cash flow was heavily dependent on Google. And I'm being 100 with you guys. When around January, I saw, like, they suspended like 12 of my listings. Then about 2 weeks later, they suspended like another 30 of my listings. Then by the time March came, all of my listings were annihilated. And they sent me a message. It was like, dude, we ain't rocking with you no more. I'm like, all right. So I'm seeing my revenue drop, right? Like, real talk. Like, you don't hear cats tell you about these struggles, man. I'm gonna tell you the real. That because there's something I want to follow up with that. Because if I didn't do that, I'd be ass out. I'd be working for somebody right now. Real talk. That shit had me fucked up. I was in the fetal position. Real talk. I was in a fetal position. Um, just hurt. Really hurt because I got my family I got to take care of. You know what I mean? Revenue dropped, and I'm like, I'm getting blackballed. Like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? And I was stressed. When I mean stressed, I was stressed. Yo, stressed. And something happened, right? I came to the realization, and I'm gonna tell you guys where my resiliency came through. See, when you on top, when you're when you hit king status, when you hit success status, when you hit queen status, right? you are going to be put in a position where you can be completely selfish and just do your thing and then you don't help nobody. Or you can say, you know what? How many other people can I bring up, right? So I took the opportunity to say, you know what? The formula that I'm doing is working. Let me start teaching other notaries this formula, right? So that took me out of the notary, being a notary practitioner and having a notary agency, to a notary instructor. In 2022, I know some you'll get mixed reviews about this, right? But here's my experience. I'm telling you from my experience. Having multiple streams of income is highly, highly recommended. Now, when I say multiple streams of income, I'm not saying multiple streams of income in different industries. I'm talking about multiple streams of income in the same industry, i.e., me being a notary, that was one stream of income. Me having a notary agency, that was another stream of income. Me writing a book about how to be a successful notary was a third stream of income. Me rolling out an online course teaching people about how to be a successful notary was a fourth stream of income. You see what I'm talking about? Like, I did not jump into Turo. I didn't jump into Airbnb. I stayed in the industry that was producing bread. And I started to look for other avenues. So when Google blackballed me, I realized, I was like, oh shit, I had these other streams of income going. Let me just start pouring into these, because on those other platforms, I wasn't really playing in nobody else's sandbox. That was my sandbox, right? You couldn't blackball me on my book publishing. You couldn't do it. I could sell it on Amazon, I could sell it on Barnes & Noble, or I could sell it myself. You can't do it to me. You can't blackball me, right? My online course, I could sell it on my own platform, or I could sell it on Teachable. I could sell it on Kajabi. I could sell it on Patreon. You see what I mean? I can move shit around a little bit more. So I noticed that when things were going great, I didn't rest my laurels on just one stream of income. If I did that, y'all, I'd be asking you, you want fries with that? Nah, I got higher skills than that. But I would have been a dead fish in a bucket of water. So if you're in the industry right now, and I talk to entrepreneurs of all walks of life, from credit repair to, I teach a lot of different entrepreneurs. Notary just happens to be that thing. I clicked in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really, really clicked with me in the notary industry. Maybe it's my style, the way I deliver the message, or whatever. I don't know what it is, but they rock with me heavy on that. So whatever industry that you're in, develop tough skin. Develop tough skin. Get used to getting rejected. It happens. It happens. You cannot possibly go through life and expect everyone to say yes to you. That shit doesn't even make sense. That's not even this life. So be comfortable and understand rejection. You don't have to absorb it and internalize it. Just understand that just comes with the games, and then brush that shit off. Become the Teflon Don when it comes to rejection. You get it, boom, it's a slide off, and then hit them again. And then you have to develop resiliency. That's the third one, because you have to be able to bounce back. As things happen, like right now on YouTube, right? What if the government says to YouTube, you've been monopolizing this industry way too long, we're going to add more policies and all kind of shit and start shutting you down, like they did with Microsoft, right? And now you can't get paid on YouTube like you used to. What are you gonna do? You gotta have to move around. You're gonna have to bounce back. So developing resiliency is super important. And then the last one is having multiple streams of income in the same industry. Having multiple streams of income in the same industry. Even people like in real estate, there'll be a landlord slash real estate investor. That's another stream of income. And there'll be a realtor. That's another stream of income. And there'll also be a real estate instructor. That's a fourth stream of income, all within the same industry. And then they could write a book on it. That's a fifth stream of income. You see what I'm... So I hope that was helpful, you guys. Peace, love, and happiness. By the way, let me make a quick offer with you guys. I do have the Power of Attorney Masterclass coming up in October 18th. So if you guys want to check that out, go to tigertoledo.com. The Power of Attorney Masterclass for notaries. So I'm teaching you guys how to really scale this shit because my formula works, y'all. It works. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace, love, and happiness. You heard?